almost home after my last day of work before this 4-day motorcycle trip. Gonna go home and pack up all the gear onto the bike to be ready to leave first thing in the morning. Hopefully the weather holds up. We had some pretty nasty storms come through last night, and there's some pretty nasty stuff hanging out west right now that looks to be moving in the direction that I'm going to be traveling in. So I just hope that that kind of doesn't get too bad, and I hope that I make it back, Monday afternoon or evening or so. But if I knew everything that was going to happen, well, then it wouldn't really be an adventure. So it'll be exciting either way.
Quite a bit of prep, packing, so on and so forth. I am finally on the road. The trip begins. First stop up is going to be a gas station because the bike's on E. The first bit is all road and relatively boring. Look at the skies. It's pretty gray and gloomy, which I anticipate is going to be the bulk of the trip, but that's okay. I spent way too much money on all this gear to sit here and, be cold during the ride. Okay, there we go. Make sure our controller's within reach because it's going to get toasty pretty quick. As nice as the heated grips are, and right now I wouldn't want to be without them, in these conditions it's not enough to keep your hands toasty, that's for sure. I can't bring myself to even give up though. I've tried this trip so many times and wound up back home, but I honestly think I will endure almost anything this weekend just to be able to say I did this stupid trip. But like right now, I'm like, I don't know, an hour or so in, and there's no chance of this letting up. My butt is soggy. Look at that. There's like suds or something. Oh. My hands are frozen. Oh, look at that. Man, is it cold and miserable. There's a little pull off here. The scenery is beautiful. The temperature just keeps dropping. It was like 45, 43. Now we're down to 41 ambient. Look at that, man, it is just beautiful. All right, now I'm kind of warmed up. I've got a clear visor, and the rain has taken a bit of a pause. So you know what? Maybe this entire ride won't be as miserable as I originally expected it might be. But the scenery here is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just look at these hillsides. And I expect that it'll probably get even more as time goes on. This guy's pulling over for me. Thank you, guy. Thank you. What a nice guy. Look at that. The infamous rock. Never going to be able to touch it, but there it is. Sometimes you just got to deal with the crappy conditions to get to the good stuff. And this is really good stuff. I'll be honest, I had some thoughts earlier today about turning back around, and I suspect I'm probably going to end up really proud of myself for not turning back, especially once I get further into the northern stuff, which is the stuff that I haven't really done before. I've been on this route before, and I know it's good. This is what this trip is all about. Just look at this. I love crossing the Mississippi. All these bridges, the rolling hills, the greenery. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I've been through this town here of Marquette a couple of different times, and I just love it. It's such a cute little town, nestled down in this little valley here. It's just beautiful. Yeah, just look at this. I mean, all the rock faces. And then look at this. You got this little museum gift shop here with the train outside. The whole town's just set in this hillside. It's absolutely beautiful. What? Got a small gap in the rain here. This trip is really coming together nicely now. Getting more and more issues sorted out. Just got some beautiful footage of the Mississippi River. Put it into off-road mode and back onto the gravel stuff. I like it. And the stuff on the visor dried up real nice. It's nice and clear now. You can see really good. Not fogging up on me. Well, I tell you what, I barely remember the morning right now. Funny how that works. Gotta love this. Look at that. This looks very interesting. Ooh. Definitely not going to do it on that side. Oh yeah, here we go. This should be no problem. Oh, this is just a tiny little water crossing. Little creek bed running through here.
Well, the first day is winding down, and it's been a wide range of emotions, but it's been good. I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm probably only about 20 miles now out of today's stop. Again, I'm kind of switching things up because we had planned to stay in a hotel, and so now I gotta try and find a campground in the area. But based on what I heard when I stopped back there in town and what the guys were saying, shouldn't be too hard. Apparently there's a lot of campgrounds, which I'm sure in this area they're all over the place. So probably about another 20 miles or so, and then that'll be day one.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Well, thanks for stopping. We're glad to get you in.
All right. George, it was really nice to meet you. Thank you again for the pizza. Appreciate it.
You got my card if you're in Vermont.
Yeah. Enjoy your bicycling.
I'm going to try to do 4 hours today. We'll see.
Good, good. Well, I'm going to try and do a little more than that on the bike. We'll see how that goes too. Take care.
Good luck.
Gets kind of difficult watching the GPS and doing all this. Thank you. Where are you going? Thank you. How cool is this? I mean, you're just cruising along through all these for us. And look at that. That is so cool. That's to go around. Hopefully it's not too bad. There we go. Rain's starting to come down harder now, but you can see here that track started like all the way back here and wound all the way through up by this lake, and then I'm almost through it. Pretty cool though. Very, very cool. I am just so wet and cold. It feels like Friday when I left all over again. Oh man. My boots are just filled with water. And it's like 40 some odd degrees. It is cold. This part isn't fun, by the way. Tell you, a continental breakfast from a hotel never looked this good. Not that it is good, but you know, hey, under the circumstances, it sure hits the spot. The coffee alone is worth it. All right, well, at the moment, I'm getting ready to head out for the final day of the ride itself. Then, of course, the trip back home. Really warm at the moment, but that's okay. I have a feeling once I get out and get moving here, it's going to cool off quickly. And yesterday was so wet and cold that I don't mind being a little on the warm side until I get going. So it is 50 degrees this morning, so by comparison that is warm, and I don't have the heated gear on or anything, and it is pretty toasty, but again, I really don't care. It was just so cold, wet, and miserable at the end of the yesterday that I'd rather, start off today warm and then if need be, shed layers or whatever, versus being cold for any longer, because I had enough of that yesterday. Got the gear mostly dried out overnight. It's not too bad. I did do the bagging of the feet before putting them into the boots trick to keep the water that was still left in the boots from, soaking my socks right at the beginning of the day. It's kind of hard to hit this gravel, or I don't know that I really call it off-road stuff, but gravel first thing in the morning. Again, it just always seems to take time to kind of get settled into the bike for the day, and once you do, then it's no problem. But I just take it easy and go at a moderate pace here. And, you know, pretty soon it'll be flowing. Those wild turkeys, I tell you. And they always run for a little ways before they start to fly. So they wind up right in the path where you're going. Kind of freaky. I do have to say I'm getting a little bit of range anxiety. I got up this morning and obviously I was in a town because there was a hotel, and I probably should have taken a moment there to find a gas station, probably wasn't too far away, and filled up. I think it'll be fine, but you know, being in this stuff and having about, what do we got, 43 miles of range, does make me a little nervous. I'm actually starting to get really nervous now because the fuel light just came on the Tiger. Boy, oh boy. 40 miles, and we've got quite a bit of this trail system left. Let's see. "36 miles on range and into some tough stuff here, but, well, not really tough, just, you know, tighter. It's a little slick in spots, but it's gonna kind of be as smooth as possible. It's just neat to me to be cruising along through sections like this. This is fun. I mean, this really makes the cold and the tough stuff, you know, worth the trip. This is the reward. How deep are they? Okay, tank bag's coming off here. It's a lot to ask of a magnetic tank bag to stay put through all this. That one was a heck of a lot deeper than I thought. Oh, my feet are soaking wet now. Boy, the problem is you just gotta go, because if they get deep, you've got to make it through. Last thing you want is a drowned bike out here. See, some of these short ones like this are deceiving. They can get deep in a hurry. Down to 28 miles on the range. So here's the situation. As you can see on the GPS, there is gas right up there. And 2 miles, 2, 4, 6, 8, I don't know. Maybe 10 miles, I hope. Because right back here is the entrance to another trail. Oh, maybe not. No, okay. I think we're gonna be okay. We got 26 miles left, and I do see a gas station on the GPS, so there's hope. I guess I didn't screw up too badly skipping gas this morning. Okay, made it to the gas stop with $19 miles left. Can't stay with the bike up. 19 miles left, and you know, on a trip like this, it's kind of like running down to your last drop. Having a real hard time seeing the route because I'm in a forest area, and so the forest area itself is like all green. I'm gonna try maybe cyan. There we go. This has me very nervous because we've had a lot of rain. We'll see.
I can kind of start to feel the trip coming to an end, and it's a bit sad actually. My next stop should be the Delta Diner, which is kind of infamous on this trip, and I'm looking forward to that stop. I think I've got some more off-road sections before I hit that. Just topped off of fuel again. Even with the cold, soggy conditions, I can say that it has been an enjoyable trip overall. Certainly there have been moments where I wondered why I was doing this, and there have been moments where I thought about turning back, but I'm glad I never did, and I'm enjoying it now. I mean, I kind of wish I would have been able to do that water crossing where the bridge was out, but you know, it just was too risky for being solo. So on to the rest of it.
This must be the sand that everybody goes nuts about. Momentum, momentum, momentum. It is just so mental. That's the thing. It's really not that bad. It's just the mental aspect of it, I tell you. Shale stuff. Mixed with sand. That's always fun. I'd really like to shut the camera off to not eat up all the battery and the SD card, but I can't really find a spot where I can take one hand off the bar. I guess the roughest bit gets saved for last, huh? Sure looks like it. That was a big deer running right in front of me. And it's so foggy, can't see anything. So I've got the visor up, but then man, I'm getting pelted with little gnats everywhere. So it's like, I don't know what the lesser of two evils is. The weather has definitely added a whole new dimension to this trip. I unplugged my heated vest going through that sandy stuff because I knew I wouldn't need it, but now that I'm out here on this stuff, it's getting a little bit chilly and the temperature's dropping. It's down to 43 degrees already. But boy, I can't see a thing now. Right up here, I'll be entering cornucopia. Woo! Oh, I still gotta wait and see what that little tidbit is up there, but I tell you what. Ah, man. Wow. That is an epic ride. Absolutely epic. You can actually start to see Lake Superior right over there, but I'm not going to get anxious because the route should take me right to Lake Superior. I tell you what, made it all this way, and we're here, right here at Lake Superior. Oh, and there it is, Lake Superior, all the way from Galena, Illinois to Lake Superior. Wow! Oh. Man, that is so cool. But look at that tiger. Oh, made it.